What is up, my fellow collectors? It's your boy, the one and only, the Paradox Nerd, back again with another Hot Toys review. And today I'll be reviewing the Hot Toys MMS 469 Emperor's Royal Guard. So I'm going to begin this review by saying that receiving the Royal Guard has been bittersweet. And the reason why I say that is because as happy as I am receiving this figure, because I've been waiting a very long time for a Royal Guard and an Emperor, he is not worth $205. In my opinion, this should have been a 2-pack, probably priced around like $300 to $350. Now, if you go back like a couple years ago, Hot Toys sold like a 2-pack of the Rogue One Stormtrooper with a lot of accessories for $350. Now, fast forward to now, they are selling the Royal Guard with less accessories separately for $205 each. That is just mind-boggling. And I think with that being said, Hot Toys is definitely taking advantage for the demand of this figure, and definitely taking advantage of my wallet, because I am definitely going to pick up 2 of the Royal Guards. But seriously guys, this figure turned out beautiful, and I'm going to show you how beautiful this figure is by starting my review with the packaging. As you can see, really nothing special with the packaging, just your basic Star Wars themed black and gray packaging with a picture of the Royal Guard in the front. And here's the back of the packaging. Again, nothing really special, just information and warnings in regards to the figure. And inside the packaging, you get this really cool cover slip with a picture of the Royal Guards in the front, and right behind the cover slip is the figure itself. So here are the accessories that come with the Royal Guard. Now, besides the pair of hands that's already on the figure, you get 2 extra pair of hands, a force pike, and a figure base stand. And that's it. So let's take a closer look at the pair of hands that's already on the figure. As you can see, you get this force pike holding hand. So it's really cool. You get a relaxed left hand. So here is a pair of force pike gripping hands. So you can see, really cool. And here is the last pair of hands. As you can see, you could use these hands to do some really cool dynamic poses with the figure. So here is a closer look at the force pike. Really cool. And finally, here is the figure base with the nameplate in the front. So here is a closer look at the helmet. Really not much to say, but it is a beautiful helmet. I really love the detail, the paint application, and the glossiness of this helmet. I also love the red visor on this helmet too. It looks so badass. But overall, I am really happy with it, and it will look so badass underneath LED lights in your DTOF. So next up is the articulation. Now, I just want to give you guys a heads up, and no pun intended, you really can't articulate the neck joint. Also, you have to be careful. If you try to articulate the neck joint, you might end up messing up these folds that's situated underneath his helmet. So my suggestion, don't play around with the neck joint. Now moving on to the shoulder joints, as you can see, he has really good articulation in this area. You could bring it back just about 30 to 40 degrees. Now moving on to the elbow joint. The elbow joint is double jointed, so you could definitely bend his arm past 90 degrees, as you can see. As for the wrist joints, you could see you could turn it all around. You could bring it up, you could bring it down, so pretty good articulation there. The Royal Guard can do some ab crunches. Now moving on to the hip joints, as you can see, you can bring his leg out just about like 90 degrees. You could bring it forward just about 90 degrees also, and you could bring it back just about 30 degrees. Now moving on to the knee joint, as you can see, it's double jointed also, so you could definitely bend his knee way past 90 degrees. And finally, the ankle joints, you can see you could bring his foot forward and back and turn his ankle from side to side. So the next thing I'd like to take a closer look at is the detail and the materials used for this figure. And Hot Toys did a beautiful job with the tailoring on this robe. And underneath the robe, as you can see, they did a fine job with the stitching also. It's really soft. As you can see, the stitching on his belt is pretty detailed. Now moving on to the boot, I just want to say this is definitely an improvement from the Grand Moff Tarkin boot. If you feel it, it almost feels like soft leather. It doesn't feel like pleather at all. So I am really impressed with this. So here are my final thoughts for the Royal Guard. This is a beautiful figure and is a must-have for any Hot Toys Star Wars fan out there. If you are just one of those Star Wars fans that kind of just wants to have this in your collection, you know, pick up one. But if you are a completionist like I am, definitely pick up two. You know, display him next to the Emperor and it's gonna look so badass. But the downside of this is that this is not a 2-pack like I had mentioned before. I think Hot Toys is definitely taking advantage of the fact that we want 2 of the Royal Guards and we're not going to pick up just one. Like I mentioned before, if they could release 2 different types of Stormtroopers in a 2-pack with more accessories for $355, they should have definitely done this with the Royal Guards. They should have released a 2-pack and priced it around $325 in my opinion. But you know, they have the high ground and I'll eventually pick up a second Royal Guard. Alright guys, so that wraps it up. I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart in checking out my video. Smash that like button, comment in the comments below. Let me know what you guys think about not having a 2-pack for the Royal Guards, and subscribe. And that is it guys. Thank you guys again. Remember, it doesn't matter what you collect. Collecting is collecting. Take care guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video.